Hello, seniors. Welcome to Academy 401. So just a reminder of who the Academy Leadership Team is. This is Mrs. Torrey. I'm the one speaking today, but you can always reach out to Ms. Ketchum or myself or any of the other members of the Academy Leadership Team. Don't forget your counselors and administrators are also very knowledgeable about the Academy program. So just a reminder, we do have 4 academies here at Green Mountain High School. The first one is the AHP Academy, and just to remind you, you will receive a blue cord if you complete a pathway within the AHP Academy. There are 4 pathways here, and if you didn't realize, the humanities pathway is one that a lot of people complete, and they may not have checked to see if they complete that pathway. Next up is the BGS Academy. You will receive a green cord for that academy. This one does have 3 different pathways, and if you complete the Seal It by Literacy, you would also be completing that GSI pathway. Next up is HHS Academy. They will receive a red cord at graduation. This one has 3 different pathways. And if you complete a Warren Tech program, you're guaranteed the Human Services pathway unless there's a pathway that is more appropriate for that Warren Tech program. Lastly, we do have the STEM Academy. This one will give you a silver cord at graduation. And we have 3 main pathways. The agriculture pathway, we will only give out to certain exceptions involving people who were part of FFA and things like that because those courses have no longer been offered. And the Triple E pathway, the Energy, Earth, and Environment, has had a lot of changes to that pathway, so you may want to check that one out. New this year is an additional pathway. So you can complete this pathway instead of any of those others I previously mentioned. So this is a 4-credit pathway, and it's called the Interdisciplinary Studies pathway. And notice it is 1 credit of basically your academy option electives from each academy. So this is really that pathway for those students who took courses in all different academy pathways and didn't necessarily focus on one. So if you think this might be you, double check and see, did you take credits in all these different sections? Did you take a 4th year of science for STEM? Did you do AIMT with algebra for BGS? Did you complete health science and additional PE class for HHS? Did you try choir or drawing as part of the AHP Academy? So that's a new option. Again, this is an or. You either complete this single pathway or any of those other pathways. So just a reminder, we can link pathways to our future. Pathway names often will mimic major or minor names that you may see in colleges or universities. Right now is the time to determine your plan for next year. Are you going off to school? Are you going to do a college or a university? Are you going to go to community college? Are you going to go to community college and then transfer to a college or university? Are you going to work? Are you going to take a gap year? Are you going to become a journeyman, a military, do an apprenticeship? There's so many options out there, but figure out your plan for what you are doing after you leave Green Mountain High School. The Academy booklet can help you with some of those ideas as well. Don't forget the Academy booklet will be for the latest pathways. Pathways will be changing to be 4 credits in the future, so don't freak out. But there are majors and careers related to all those different pathways, and that might help you as you look to your next steps. Another support we have is the Hub. Don't forget the Hub is in the middle of the building, and these 3 people, Ms. Cameron, Ms. Poole, and Ms. Griffin, can really help you with both short-term and long-term plans. So the mission of the Hub is posted here, and they're really just trying to help all students prepare for next steps past Green Mountain High School. They are very, very helpful with college planning and career planning, and that's probably where I would reach out to them the most at this point. If you have questions on Naviance, that's another thing that you can get help with from Ms. Griffin, but don't be afraid to go into the Hub and just ask for help, and they can help steer you in many different directions. So as a senior, you kind of have different things to worry about than your underclassmen. This is a QR code here on the left that can help you with suggested things to do in your fall semester. So don't forget, you will need to finalize college applications or college essays if you're going that route. Start requesting letters of recommendations from teachers, counselors, or employers that can help you both with applying to schools or for scholarships. Research your scholarships. Don't forget, Colorado Free Application Days is October 18th through 20th this school year. So it's more than one day for that. The FAFSA application is open now, and it's open through June 30th. And then males ages 17 and older will need to register for the selective service. In the spring semester, you'll be taking your AP tests. You'll probably want to check local scholarships. They have all different deadlines of when they're due. Review those college acceptance letters to determine where you may want to attend. When in doubt, please check your email. There's so much information that goes out through email, whether it be scholarship information or if you've been awarded a scholarship. But email is the main way people do communicate outside of the high school world. Do keep your grades up and earn those credits. We want you to graduate high school. Mind your social media manners. It's not a surprise if employers look at your social media. Look at all that stuff that is public. And let the hub know where you've been accepted in scholarships that you may have received. We do mention that information at the top of the mountain or senior award night. So don't forget, Academy recognition will happen both on transcripts and at graduation. If you have completed a pathway, you will earn an Academy cord. Now, if you complete more than one pathway within an Academy, you'll only receive one cord. So just a heads up about that. To earn a pathway endorsement with honors, you would have to have a 3.5 GPA and the completion of a capstone project. And then you'll receive an honors pin to wear. And then Renaissance Scholars will have to complete multiple pathway endorsements from 3 different academies, along with that capstone project, and they'll receive an achievement pin. So just a reminder, things did change slightly because of the pandemic. So your pathways are 3.5 credits, but the underclassmen pathways will be 4 credits. We also are looking at exceptions. We have grandfathered any pathways, so any pathways that you previously were working towards that might have changed. So maybe something we posted your freshman year, just let us know and we will look at that, and we will always honor grandfathered pathways. We also look very carefully at exceptions. Maybe you did some work experience or another class or an internship or something to show competency in a class that you may not have credit for. You cannot use the excuse the class was not offered. You have to show competency if you're trying to get an exception on a pathway. So now we have a new and updated pathway pre-check form. So please look at this one. You can either update this new form and make a copy of it for yourself, or you can modify the one that you did last year. So this currently has the new updated pathways, which includes some of our newer courses. And we have also modified some of the pathways to make it more feasible to earn the foundational credits towards them. So please double check this form and see if you had completed a pathway. Also, if you did transfer to Green Mountain High School during your high school career, we will work with you with class substitutions. So look at it with what classes could be substituted with classes that you previously took. Just a heads up, the pathway verification process may look a little bit different this year, but by completing this form, it will make it 100 times easier when we do the pathway verifications in January. So this is just a glimpse of what that pathway verification pre-check form looked like. And so I have an example of, on the left, humanities, and how foundations is 1.5 credits, supporting is 2. Basically, you'll highlight your classes and then put how many credits next to it. If it says in any, please list which class you took. And this should all be the same classes that are listed on your transcript. Don't forget, you would have had to pass those classes. Also, if you have more than a foundations credits amount, so let's say you have a 2.0, you can use 0.5 below here under supporting. We cannot use public speaking, for example, in both locations of foundations and supporting. If you have any problems with this, please reach out and we will help you. And I already mentioned about Warren Tech that your default academy pathway is human services. Feel free to reach out to me, Mrs. Torrey, or Ms. Ketchum, or any of the other members of the Academy leadership team. We can help you, and we hope this helped as a review.